The movie begins in 1982, where we see a lot of parents and kids enjoying themselves to the fullest. But amidst this chaos, one girl named Charlotte is seen sitting alone, waiting for her favorite puppet, the marionette, to emerge. Her friend, Vanessa, invites her to the table, where the others are seen celebrating with a cake. But soon, Charlotte spots William taking one of the boys to kitchen. Sensing danger, she tries asking for help, but the adults brush it off, thinking it to be a child's imagination. Not willing to give up, she sneaks inside the kitchen and finds the boy lying unconscious on the floor and William preparing to kill him. Taking this opportunity, she hides herself and quietly carries the boy, but unfortunately, the evil William spots her and this happens. She loses her life due to the stabbing and rolls down the floor, only to be held up by Marionette, for whom she had been waiting. The original location is subsequently shut down, but a new one opened shortly after, and by 2002, the stories of the animatronics and the murders have become local folklore, leading to the town's first ever Fazfest festival. The scene shifts to Vanessa, who wakes up after Mike calls her, asking her out on a date, to which she happily agrees. Vanessa is William's daughter, who survived the events of the first film and struggles with profound psychological trauma stemming from her father's monstrous acts. Mike's sister, Abby, playfully teases him for asking Vanessa out on a date, and they are visited by Jeremiah, who gives Mike a hand in painting his home while Abby goes to school. He warns Mike about Vanessa, citing her dark childhood and abusive father and her visions which haunt her day and night, but Mike calmly ignores his warnings. Inside the school bus, Abby recalls how Vanessa had saved her from the yellow rabbit and reveals that the yellow rabbit is still lying somewhere at Freddy's, but the rest of the kids think that she is lying. Inside the school, we see the teacher, Mr. Berg, pointing out her flaws and discouraging her from participating in the upcoming school event where everyone needs to showcase their robots. Disheartened, Abby returns home and helps Mike with his tie while he is preparing for the date. She asks his permission to visit her animatronics friends at Freddy's, but Mike refuses, while promising that he will repair the robots soon and advises her to make real friends at school. This upsets her, but Mike still leaves her alone at home. While on the date, Vanessa asks about Abby, and Mike assures her that she is doing fine and compliments her looks. He asks her about her recurring visions about her abusive father and encourages her to face her fears so that they can have a future together, and this puts a smile on her face. Post-returning home, he is shocked to find out that Abby has left to see her friends at Freddy's and has left a note for him. He hurries to the location, only to find her sitting near the pieces of the animatronics with a somber look in her face. He apologizes for giving her false hopes and lets her know that her toy friends will always be in her heart. This lifts her spirits, and they return from that place after taking a talking toy called the Foz Talker. But while leaving, he sees a poster which states that Freddy is a murderer, along with a phone number written under it. The scene shifts to Lisa and her team known as the Spectral Scoopers, who investigate paranormal activities. They visit Freddy Fazbear's Pizza where Charlotte was killed 20 years ago and is welcomed by the security guard, Michael. He gives them a tour of the place, explaining its history, and the trio split up to cover more area.
This place will prey on your imagination if you let it.
Lisa deactivates a music box, and then this happens. The marionette attacks Lisa and possesses her body, and post that, commands its toy mascots to kill the rest of the team. Michael is thrilled to see her in action after all these years, but as soon as it comes after him, he runs out of the building. Back inside her home, Abby tries to complete her robotics project, but when she fails, she asks for help via the Foz Talker, as if her friends are still alive. Mike sees this from afar, helplessly watching his sister drown herself in sorrow. Meanwhile, inside the gym, Vanessa sees visions of her father which haunts her in broad daylight. Pondering on Mike's advice, she lies on her bed and closes her eyes, intending to finally face her fears. It takes her back to childhood, where she faces her abusive father. Finally, we see her shoot him with her service revolver, putting an end to his chapter. The scene shifts to Abby, who hears from Chica, using her Faztalker. Chica guides her to the original 1982 site under the pretext of helping her with the science project. She slips out secretly under the cover of night and reunites with her old friends. Next morning, Vanessa visits Mike's home, and Abby gives her a jump scare. She hears the Faztalker talk, and Abby confesses last night's meeting with her friends at the Freddy's, unsettling Vanessa to the core. She reveals this to Mike, but he brushes it off, attributing it to be a child's fantasy. He also reveals to her that he had called the number mentioned in the pamphlet, and it was Charlotte's father, Henry, who answered. A heated argument follows, where he admits that he is trying to fix her, and Vanessa is deeply hurt after realizing that he assumes her to be a broken human being and leaves his house immediately. He drops off Abby at school and visits Henry. All of a sudden, Mike spots a river ride, and when Henry reveals that there was only one original Freddy Fazbear's that had the river ride, he understands that Vanessa was speaking the truth and realizes that his sister might be in danger. He immediately leaves for Freddy's, and Henry hands him a music box which helped Charlotte to fall asleep. Meanwhile, Vanessa visits the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, carrying out her own investigation, but then this happens.
Another friend who can help me now. I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way.
On the other hand, Abby is showing her robotics project to everyone in school. But Mr. Berg intentionally drops it to the floor and breaks it, making Abby leave the venue in tears. She returns to Chica and narrates everything. Chica offers to be her project, but she cannot leave the building as a perimeter lock has been put in place. Here we see that Charlotte is torturing Vanessa while asking her for the code to disable the perimeter lock. But when she denies, Charlotte threatens to harm Abby, forcing her to reveal the code. Chica, who is under Charlotte's control, asks Abby to enter the code, thereby freeing the toys from the restriction. Chica and Abby visit the school, and she presents the toy as her project, which impresses everyone except Mr. Berg. He berates her, claiming that someone is present inside the suit, and threatens to disqualify her from the competition. This does not sit well with Chica, and it stalks him, while he is fetching his car keys, and then, this happens. On the other hand, Mike reaches Freddy's in there, finds Vanessa locked inside a closet. He frees her, and she narrates the entire story to him. Here it is revealed that Lisa had inadvertently switched off the music box, thereby awakening Charlotte from her sleep. She reveals that Charlotte holds grudge against the parents for not listening to her when she pleaded for help, and she needs a living vessel to bring her plans to fruition. She believes that the toys must be visiting people's homes targeting parents, and Mike tries using the old computers to disconnect the toys, while Vanessa sets off intending to track them. But Chica gets wind of their intentions and activates the prototype toys. Mike relays the location of the toys to Vanessa, who suddenly gets attacked by one of them. It breaks the windshield and almost drags her out of the car, but she manages to press the gas in the nick of time, speeding through the streets. Back at Freddy's, Mike is attacked by a prototype, but in a smart move, he manages to put on an animal mask, thereby fooling the toy. Meanwhile, we see a toy entering a couple's home and threatens to kill them for being indifferent, but Vanessa arrives, crashing one toy onto another, stopping them temporarily. Back at Freddy's, another toy soon appears, and this time, it sees through Mike's animal mask. But just before it could attack, he manages to disable them, saving himself and Vanessa. But to their horror, they see one final toy still active, and it is located in Mike's home. They realize that it is Charlotte, and hence Mike rushes home to his sister. Post that, Vanessa's car breaks down, but luckily Jeremiah was passing by and hence gives her a lift. She reaches his home, but to her horror, finds Abby possessed by Charlotte. She hides behind a door, but Abby manages to find her. But just as Abby was about to kill her, Mike appears with the music box, forcing Charlotte to leave Abby's body. But right then, a group of animatronics appear, and in a shocking twist of events, it is revealed that they are now working for Michael Afton. Mike is shocked to learn that Michael is Vanessa's brother, and he intends to continue William's legacy, and when Vanessa opposes him, He orders the animatronics to kill them. Just when all hope seems lost, the real Chica and the other toys arrive, defeating the newer ones, saving Mike and his family. Michael tries to flee, only to be knocked out by Jeremiah. Everyone is now safe, but in a spine-chilling moment, Chica's spirit warns Mike that great danger is coming for them, and this time, he will not be there to help. With this, he vanishes, leaving Mike bamboozled. Before leaving, Mike warns Vanessa to stay away from his family, as he does not trust her anymore, due to her secrets. But just after they leave, this happens. In the ending scenes of the movie, we see 3 young men looking for authentic props for a Freddy Fazbear-themed haunted house attraction. Subsequently, they discover the dilapidated Golden Rabbit animatronic, Springtrap, which was the suit worn by William Afton. Springtrap's eye flickers on and begins to glow, thereby confirming that Afton's spirit has successfully taken full control of the Yellow Rabbit suit and is now free to exact revenge. Thank you for watching. If you liked this recap, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And please don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel.